Change your diet, change your life, change the planet. Tim Van Orten here with the Running Raw Project. It is January 15th today, and I'm out on a beautiful backwoods deep boot run in Woodford, Vermont. I want to talk about values today. Like, what do you value? What are the things that you gravitate towards? What are the things that you get sucked down into all the time? Those are your values, not world peace and getting rid of poverty and hunger and family. Those sound like values. They sound really interesting. They sound really good. We aspire to making those our values. But truly, the things that we value, really, honestly, are the things that we do all the time. The things that we gravitate towards. Those are the things that have the most value for us, which is why we do them all the time. So if you're trying to stop overeating, or if you're trying to get off the couch and start exercising, and you're finding it challenging, it's because you value eating certain foods in certain quantities, and you value sitting on the couch, watching TV, or playing computer games, or surfing the net, whatever it may be. Those are the things you actually value. You don't value the exercise yet. You don't value the green smoothies yet, or the salads, or not eating certain foods, or being healthy. Those are things that you don't gravitate towards yet. But right now, when you're first starting off, the gravity of your true values, the things that you've been doing all the time, your bad habits, that gravity is going to be really, really powerful, and it's going to be hard to reach escape velocity, which is the speed that a rocket needs to achieve in order to get out of the Earth's atmosphere. And you also need to achieve a certain momentum to escape the gravity of your current values. You need to build momentum. And since we're not powered by rocket fuel, we can't do it in one fell swoop, or at least the vast majority of us cannot do it in one cold turkey blast out of the Earth's gravity. We need to do it incrementally. We need to build a staircase. We need to build a set of new values slowly and gradually and without fear. Because when you're launching up into the atmosphere, you look down and it's pretty scary. But if you build a staircase, if you build a mountain of character and a mountain of actions that just keep building and building and building on each other, you look down and you see stairs. You can always walk back down if you want to. There is no plummeting. So you need to realize that when you're struggling with a diet or with exercise or with any change in your life, it's because you value the things that you're trying to get rid of, and you don't value the things that you're trying to move towards yet. It's a slow process. Like right now, I'm out here trudging through the snow in my big boots, and I'm not out here to exercise. I'm not out here to train. I'm out here because I really like moving through the woods and exploring. I value that. But I've been having a really hard time getting myself to train for races lately. Since the end of September, I really haven't done much training because I realized that I don't value the accomplishments and the races and the suffering and the pain that goes along with racing. But what I do value is exploration. And even though it may be physically challenging, because I'm viewing it as exploration, it's not a problem. So instead of training, I've been getting out and just exploring every day. But it's, good exercise because it's a foot of snow on the ground, and I'm wearing big heavy boots, and I'm going up and over mountains. So what you need to do is find a way to reframe the things you're trying to move towards. Instead of seeing them as something that you don't value, find a way to value them. I heard a story that relates to this a few years ago about this therapist that was coaching this kid who wouldn't do his homework. The kid just simply would not do it. He refused to do it. He was bored. He hated it. So the therapist asked the kid what he really valued. What's most important to him? What do you spend most of your day thinking about? And the kid's like, girls. So instead of the therapist saying, well, that's wrong, you need to focus on schoolwork because that's more important, he reframed schoolwork to point to girls. He said, well, if you're having trouble with your schoolwork, you can always get someone to help you. You can always get a cute girl to tutor you. Or if you do your homework and get into a good college, you're going to make more money, and women like guys with more money. Not that I believe this, but this is what the therapist in the story said. So he basically showed the kid that he could get tutors who were women, and he could make more money, which would attract women, and blah, 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 blah. But anyways, the kid eventually started doing his homework because he saw that homework and school related to girls. He found a way to bring girls into that equation. I know that may sound cheesy, but it's actually effective. It's what I do in my life as well. Find a way to take something that you do currently value and apply it to something that you don't value yet, but you'd like to do. The main problem is that we think we should be doing things, we think we should value certain things, but we really don't. I should value exercise, I should value my health, I should value a better diet, I should value my family, my husband, wife, my children, whatever, but the football game's on, or God, that pizza just looks so good. Those are our real values. So you need to find a way to reframe it and to make it your value, something that really works for you, and apply it to the thing you're trying to move towards. So I'm going to go off and walk through the woods and explore. And in the process, I may even get some exercise. So try that. Don't beat yourself up and struggle to try to do something that you really, truly don't value. Slowly, incrementally, find a way to take your current values and apply them to this new thing. And then in a few months, you'll be enjoying whatever it is you've been trying to move towards, and it will start to become a new value for you. All right? See ya. Okay, I'm wearing my giant overboots, which are like 5 inches wide and probably 14 inches long because they're covering my size 12 running shoes. And look at the size of the moose track compared to my boot. They're absolutely gigantic. These animals are huge. So he's cruising off through the woods, and if I'm lucky, maybe I'll get to see him. This is a great example of how allowing yourself to reframe things makes them more interesting. Training and exercise, boring, hard work, not fun. But exploring, finding moose tracks, maybe seeing a moose in the woods, that's fun. So it encourages me to get out and explore more. But exploring is exercise, but I don't tell myself that. So get yourself out the door by doing something that you do value, and then all kinds of possibilities may show up, which will make it more fun, make it more interesting, and then eventually build the habit, build the value of getting out there and doing something challenging, like this, okay? I'm off to find some moose. See ya. This tree actually looks like a moose. It's got a big white eye and a big green snouty thing. Cool.